on the audio, we are switching over to the overlay, which is relatively successful. And welcome back to Dying of Exsanguination, Curse of Strahd. I am your game mommy, and I am joined by my totally safe and totally chill players. Say hello, totally safe and totally chill players.
Hello,
Totally
hello,
safe
totally
and
safe
totally
and
chill
totally
players.
chill players.
I appreciate you following directions exactly. It'll make me feel a little bit more guilty when I kill you in this combat, um, uh, but we are rejoined by our puppet master of Scratch, who yet again was not conscious for the beginnings of the events. Of the events of the last session. A little bit of a recap. Found the or traveled a little bit, camped a little bit, found the meat windmill, went into the meat windmill. Apparently, Scratch was already in the meat windmill. Things were a little hinky. Somebody tried to poison the group. Hands started getting thrown, and combat got lit. Well, Scratch was sleeping comfortably upstairs. And now we return to that, but we're going to rewind a little bit. So it's the morning of the events of last session, like in that kind of gray blue of pre-sunrise in the session. And Scratch, you are awake for whatever reason, a little too early in the morning. The rest of the group is asleep. Maybe you took last watch or the early morning watch before you were going to wake everyone up. But here you are in this like nice, tidy little peaceful camp and about as secure as a situation as you can be. What is Scratch doing in the quiet morning with no one else awake by them?
Either she might be, tightening some bolts on something, just tinkering a little bit, but keeping an eye out. If not that, she's just straight up watching. She's on watch.
Okay. Scratch, give me a perception check with advantage.
Alrighty. Wow, nat 20.
Perfect. Scratch, you hear the rustling first, and then eventually hear like the noise that matches it of a gently offset axle on a wagon. In the morning, it's a little bit chilly. Again, it's like the sun hasn't risen, and it's not like Barovia's ever particularly warm. It is not winter here technically, but it is icy enough to be so. But you're built for that kind of a cold weather or and everything, so it doesn't bother you much. But you definitely hear not approaching with a nat 20. I think you hear that kind of off about a couple hundred feet. Sort of maybe coming through like a lightly wooded path and on to kind of the old Svalak road. Is the sound of like a wagon, but it is not in sight. You can't really see it, but you can hear that it's off and that it is slowly getting a little bit quieter as it moves along. But you can definitely, you heard like the twigs and the rustling of like grass and like moving of branches, and then the sort of like the logical follow-up thud of something coming off a slightly raised bed of like pounded earth and stone and everything that is kind of old Svalak road. So you heard that. It's about 200 feet off, kind of to the west of where you guys have made camp.
Okay.
Do you go to follow up with it or anything up to that nature?
Scratch. Okay, so this is tough because Scratch would not.
You cannot.
But
that's fine.
Okay, all right.
You don't have to do this.
Cool. No, because like we haven't had a chance to talk about this. I haven't figured out how she got from there to there. I figured you just tell me, but okay, yeah. So she doesn't follow it.
Yeah. So several minutes go by, and riding on that same nat 20 perception, now confidently about 200 feet in the other direction, so going kind of toward the east, you hear the same sort of repeated noise, rustling, twigs breaking, a wagon coming off of like a kind of a glade onto a main road, and the same cadence of kind of offset axle going away from you to the east.
How long has it been since I heard that?
About 3 minutes.
3 minutes?
Yeah.
All right. So they went a little ways down the road and then immediately turned back around. Interesting. All right. Scratch, basically, like, she's got like a little notepad for when she's on, watch, and she like, makes a note of this strange occurrence, but she doesn't go off after it or anything.
Give me, if you would be so kind, a wisdom saving throw, Scratch.
Alrighty.
And I'll let you make it with advantage.
This is kind of what I was suspecting. Something along these lines. That is a 19 on my wisdom with the advantage. Otherwise it would have been a 2.
You hear another couple minutes goes by, and you hear this time the shuffling of feet. It's much closer, and there's several of them. And you know, once your ear perks up to hear them, that something was trying to prevent you from hearing them, but you do hear them. They're coming out from the northerly direction, and I would say that if you were to turn your head, you would expect to see people there.
Okay. So Scratch stands up at this point, and she looks off in that direction. At the same time, she's got her crossbow nearby. She never fights with the crossbow, but she keeps it handy for threatening and stuff. It's a very, most of her stuff is magical, so it can't go like, eh. So, she's got her crossbow at her side, not raised, but she looks over in the direction of the sound.
What you see is several, for lack of a better term, peasant-dressed people. They're all roughly in the age range of kind of like middling to older teenager to maybe 20 years old. So they're all kind of young adults. All of them, there's probably about 8 or 9 of them. None of them are armed. They're not particularly grouped up, but they are kind of scatter grouped up. So they create sort of like a crescent to the north. Now I'm going to need you to roll another perception check for me real quick.
Regular?
Yeah, this one's regular.
Okay. That's perception. 13.
13. Their distraction of just appearing there means that you're going to have some time to react to them, but it means that you're not going to see the other groups of these people approaching from other sides. What does Scratch do in the reaction to this? I just wanted it for narrative purposes. But what does Scratch do in the reaction to this group of 9? They're not speaking. They're not moving quickly. None of them have weapons on them. They all look like they just are, kind of slow shuffling toward you.
But it is towards the camp.
Yes, it is. Okay. It is definitely toward you. It appears.
Okay. Scratch hops up onto a barrel nearby so that she can be seen, because she can't exactly stand tall. But she does that, and then she shouts in their direction, "Who goes there?"
The ones from behind you are the ones that respond, and you turn, and they're not on top of you yet. They're still, they're not moving very quickly. They're still all roughly 20 plus feet away.
When Scratch turns to see people behind her and that there's 2 groups, she brings up the crossbow to the ready, but not pointing it at anyone.
Yeah.
Just
you can see their mouths moving, but you can't hear what they're saying.
Huh.
So when you go, "Who goes there?" It doesn't change their gait. They don't seem to respond to the fact that you kind of have brandished, if not drawn upon them, a weapon.
Yeah.
But you can see their mouths moving a little bit. Like a couple of them seem to be trying to say words, or maybe
Okay.
they are saying words, but you can't hear them.
Okay. Um, Scratch as they like continue to move closer. She's shouts, "Speak up! Who goes there?" And then she raises the crossbow, but like just in their direction, still pointing at the ground, but not but more at them.
Give me an insight check.
All right. 7.
They're approaching still, and now I think Scratch, they're probably about like just south of 20 feet away on both sides of you. And now you're getting that it's like these kind of arced crescents are slowly becoming a circle, and you're slowly being surrounded by, about a dozen and a half young adults, none of which are armed. Nobody's like rushing you or anything. And again, you still can't hear them. They do, you are confident they're saying words, or at least mouthing words, but you are unable to hear that.
Okay. At this point, Scratch drops the crossbow because she's not going to be shooting anyone, much less the entire crowd. But she just starts shouting, "Help! Everyone, wake up! People in the camp!"
Scratch, I don't know if there's enough time for you to put this together, but if we were to pan out from Scratch to, let's say, position ourselves where all of your companions are sleeping in their respective little like sleep setups, their tents or beds of pillows and plush blankets or what have you. But we were then to turn and look at you from their perspective, we would hear nothing from Scratch. And all we would hear is the quietest whispering of several voices alternatingly whispering a lullaby ritual at you as you are in the silence, not them. And your companions cannot hear you. You are it is statistically almost impossible for you to be able to save on this, but because I like playing fair and by the rules and adjusting the story, even though I have to force you into a place, give me a Constitution saving throw.
Ooh, my con's pretty good.
You need a nat 20.
Okay. I did not get a nat 20. Yeah. I got a 13.
13, not going to do it. You begin falling asleep to your gaze of arms in a very zombie-like way, but without the rictus of it, just sort of slowly rising up, just very, very nonchalantly and non-urgently, as you know that 18 sets of hands, so 36 hands, are about to try and ferry you somewhere as you sleep, and your companions are maybe also in danger. It's hard to know. But and Scratch, that is where you fall asleep. And now where you wake up is the sound of you wake up to the sound of, on the floor beneath you, a large sort of like basement trapdoor just slamming, and then someone locking it, and kind of the murmuring of voices. You are in a very cozy bed that smells terrible.
What does it smell like?
It smells like rotten fish and rotten fish and
reminds me of
kelp.
Davidstown.
It's a little Davidstown-y scented. Rotten fish, kelp, salt water, and lack of showering.
Okay. All right. So like it's the words escaping me. Not a hospital, but like a field hospital. Field
Yeah,
hospital type
field
guy.
hospital-y, yes.
Yeah. Okay. Great. So that doesn't bode well for old Scratch.
Scratch, you are technically at the bottom of initiative in
Quick,
this
quick
combat
question.
encounter. Yeah.
And I feel like I'm gonna regret asking this. Am I still in my armor?
You are still in your armor. They did not bother to change you.
Very
Um,
polite of them.
yeah, how kind. Um, I don't need to take your armor off to make this dangerous. You can hear sort of like the muttering of someone downstairs, and then the tones that you do recognize are the kind of heavy breathing, grunting of your companions downstairs. A fight is happening. A fight
Heard
is
a lot of that.
yeah.
But yeah, okay.
A fight is happening. Scratch, you are in initiative, which means you have a move, an action, and a bonus action. You are in a circular room
Mhm.
that has several beds in it. In the center of this room is a giant shaft that moves up down into the floor and up through the ceiling.
Mhm.
You can see off to your right is a stairwell that just goes downstairs, no door, just like an opening. And then to your left are the other beds and some wardrobes and like a dressing table or like a powder table with a broken vanity mirror shattered on it. And a handful of like jars that are sort of loosely distributed about the various surfaces that are obviously like homemade jarred things, but you don't have like an idea of what's in them. You're about 20 feet away from the stairwell. And stairwell, and you were definitely in a conical shaped building that like might not smell as bad as this bed, but this bed is really like pushing the concept of needing a con save to not throw up.
It's really soaked in the atmosphere.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
So
Okay. Got it. I think I'm oriented. So the fight's going on downstairs. I'm at the
yeah.
bottom of the initiative.
Well, so this is your action, and then we're gonna go to the top of the initiative. So
Gotcha.
so yeah, you've got about 20 feet to the stairs, and you've got about and then you could go to the stairs up. Those are about 45 feet in the opposite direction. You can kind of see like the bottom two steps. They're kind of on the other side of the center shaft.
But it sounds like it's happening below, right?
Yes, it's definitely happening below.
All right. In that case, I'm going to use what's it called? Feline agility to double my move.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to sprint over to the stairs and see. Can I see anything from the top?
Yes. God, which one? It's Ophelia that is the one that is fighting you all. Okay, so you see someone that looks like they could be a distant cousin of Belladonna. Limp instead of a mess of hair, limp black hair. Very pale, very sharp featured, under a little bit underfed, a little bit gaunt. Black sort of like homespun simple gown and everything. You see them having just shuttered the steps down to the attic, and you might see a little bit of Mwezi-Mwezi. I believe Belladonna and Esther Belladonna moved Esther away from the immediate attack vicinity. So I think it's Mwezi-Mwezi. You might see a little bit of like Mwezi-Mwezi's like leg and arm.
Okay. Is it clear to me at a glance that that first person that I saw, the witch lady, is it clear to me at a glance that she's hostile?
Yeah.
Like it.
Yeah,
Okay.
for Scratch, yes. Other people might be like, you feel like Scratch, because you've been in mercenary companies, this person's about to monologue at people that she's confident that she's going to kill. This is what's happening.
Perfect. So So can I? All right. So do I have enough movement to reach her?
Yeah, you could reach with your feline agility, right? That doubles your movement.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, you could easily reach her because you're 20 feet from the stairs. Stairs are another like 5 or 10 feet, and then she's easily within 30 feet of the bottom of the stairs.
Excellent. All right. I'd like to use my movement to reach her and then attack her with Guardian Armor Thunder Gauntlets. But flavor wise, I'd like it to be like Scratch sees her, like sizes up the situation, and then just leaps down the flight of stairs to like clock her.
Oh, amazing. Do you roll an attack roll or do I roll a saving throw on that?
I roll an attack roll. This
Roll-
is basically a melee.
Yeah,
attack.
roll it with advantage because you are surprising her because she did not expect you to be awake.
There we go. I dropped my other d20. That is 18 plus 6, 24 to hit.
That will hit.
Yay.
Yeah.
And damage is... Where are my d8s? There they are. 6 plus 4, so 10 damage. And she has disadvantage if she attacks anyone but me until her next turn. So it's basically like a 1-turn compelled duel each time I hit someone.
Very nice, very nice. Mwezi-Mwezi, Belladonna, and Esther, who I believe is up with 1 hit point. You all suddenly see Scratch leap down the stairs and like Power Ranger punch. Punch. This witch as she kind of oh hey, I should put the music on. As she jumps in, and the witch, just getting clocked in the back of the head, goes, "Ow! What? Oh, my pet, you were supposed to be napping. You were supposed to be napping."
His ears fully back, like you haven't seen Scratch this angry since the fight with the werewolves.
Very nice, very nice. And we are at the top of the round. It is Belladonna. I apologize, Belladonna. You appear to be muted. There it is.
Sorry, there we are. I'm still in melee vicinity, right?
Yeah, I mean, you might have to close a little bit, but yeah. I mean, you're within 5. Yeah, you're in melee. We're theater of the minding this. You're in melee. Stop.
Yeah.
This is not a large quarters fight, so yeah.
No. Fair. Just double checking, getting back into the theater of my mind. Where I'm going to go out and I'm going to do something crazy. I'm going to hit her with this big gnarly glass bottle.
All right. I want you to roll with advantage when you attack this woman here.
This woman here. Yeah, okay.
Ophelia, that's it.
I should get a
That
headset that does
is 21.
That'll hit her.
And that'll be 10 bludgeoning damage.
She does not like that.
I can't imagine she would.
Do you hit her do you just clock her across the head, across the side? Were you hitting her with that bottle?
Yeah, I like to think that Scratch is still like half on the side of her face, and she's going in to like grab Scratch off of her face, and I crush her hand into the other side of her face before she can fully reach across to grab it.
Oh yeah.
Why are you hitting yourself?
Yeah, exactly.
Perfect.
You got it. Yeah.
She's
Two birds, one stone. Keep her hands off of Scratch and keep her face crushed.
she looks at you, feeling like you've disrespected her for somehow more so than just damaging her by cracking her hand. It's just like, I need my hands. Do not attack my hands. That was your action. Do you move anywhere, Belladonna? Or you stay?
No, I'm trying to keep her kind of locked in place here.
All right, then we move on to Mwezi-Mwezi.
Okay. So I'm thinking what I will probably do is draw a spear and try to just try to take the time to run up and stab her, since I can see that Scratch and Belladonna are kind of like on the high part. I'm hoping to get in low.
All right, yeah, dive in, and you also get advantage because she is surrounded by two people.
That is a 25.
Yeah, that'll hit her.
Okay. And I'll point out that now my ancestors will close in on her and start hitting her.
Okay.
And if she doesn't hit me, or if she hits someone besides me, she takes this. What was it? Let me read this. She takes disadvantage on any attack roll that isn't you. And if she does hit someone, that creature has resistance to the damage.
Oh,
so
Jesus.
Amazing.
So pick a. You're gonna lose whoever you pick.
I love a double disadvantage. I love it so much.
Well, yeah. Let me do my roll. Oh wait.
We can torture some enemies this way.
Yeah, you can.
I love this.
Okay. I did say I was stabbing, so no advantage there. Not great. 6. Although I can also could use sap, which does give her disadvantage on its next roll. So like triply disadvantaged.
Okay, so she has disadvantage on her next D20 roll, and 6 damage to her, and she's now surrounded by the three of you. And we move to Esther. Esther, it is your turn. You might be muted as well, Esther.
I'm gonna cast Cure Wounds on myself.
This makes a fair amount of sense. Remember to use 2024 Cure Wounds rules so that the spell is useful.
What did you get hit? What are you at?
I got 1. I got downed. It's scary over here. I guess I'm just gonna. I was trying to figure out how to make it roll on D&D Beyond, but I can't. So I'm just gonna roll it normal style. It's a 4d4 plus 4 hit points, and then I don't believe
Is that
I have
healing
a
word
bonus
or
action.
Cure Wounds?
Cure Wounds.
Cure Wounds should, I believe, be D8s, if I recall correctly.
Yeah, 4d8 plus 4.
Yeah, there we go.
I don't have a bonus action, so I will simply thank. I believe Irina was the one who pulled me aside to save me.
Maybe it was
she's
Irina.
still next to me, and I will simply thank her, and pass my turn.
Yeah, Arena. Arena then looks to the very crowded amount of people there and then sees the hatch, knowing that there's 2 more witches down there, and just goes and stands on the hatch and is like adds to that and is like, I will cover, make sure no one else joins party, and she will add to the difficulty of those getting out of the hatch or trying to get out of the hatch, because they did not agree to this. Ophelia just was feeling herself and everything. And now we are on to Ophelia's turn.
Hope they're okay with losing a business partner.
Jesus. All right. She has a cat on her head.
Yeah.
She doesn't love that. And
We are all pretty thrilled about it, though. It's pretty funny from over here.
Scratch doing the thing where you're kicking with your bottom feet.
Yeah.
That fucking nightmare, that nightmare buzzsaw of a cat clamping on. So effective.
Tabaxi should have that as a grapple attack.
Yeah, it really should. They do have benefits to claws and stuff like that.
Yeah. But not enough.
All right.
Like that should be like a specific thing. Anyway.
It should be. It should be. Kick murders, kicky murders, kicky blades. Okay. She is going to. I need Scratch. I need you to make a Wisdom saving throw.
Alrighty. 9.
All right. Oop.
High enough?
No. No, Scratch. 9 is not high enough. What is this? It is how many? Oof. Okay, I rolled the self accidentally. I didn't roll too great. Scratch, you hear her, like, or you feel her spit into her hand, or see her spit into her hand, and then she just takes her hand, not the one that just slapped her head, but the one that you're kind of on, spits into it and tries to push it into your face, getting your spit in your eye.
Gross.
Scratch, what is one of Scratch's most visceral fears?
Ooh.
Like, so not an existential thing, like a thing that a person can experience. It can be an event, it can be a creature, it can be a situation, but it has to be like an experiential thing.
I would say finding a loved one, a particular loved one. I can be explicit about it if needed, but a particular loved one dead. Like just dead, like she was just barely too late.
As let's be honest and use the word that is correct here, mucus of her spit seeps into your eye. Your vision flashes to a scene, the same scene, but that person is dead on the ground. It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't, you're not charmed, you don't think it's real, but it is horrifying, and it's joined by a series of whispers and intonations about the fact that you were not there. You were probably off somewhere on one of your adventures. And I'm going to need you to take 20 psychic damage.
Holy fuck. All right.
We're going to have...
I'm down to 10.
Yeah, these hit hard. Yeah, Esther was hit once and dropped. This is not a comfortable fight. Mwezi-Mwezi, will you roll me a d20? And you really don't want a 19 or a 20 on it. This is for the two witches trying to get out. 6. They're thudding. You can hear Arena being like, no, you stay there. We do not need more company. And then Arena sits down crisscross applesauce on top of it to further center their center of weight down lower. And we are on to Scratch's turn, having just experienced that. We're back in to the bottom of the initiative.
right. Am I still seeing this, or am I back to reality?
You're back instantly, like at the end of her turn. It was just like a brief flash, and then it clears out.
Okay. Is it possible for me to position myself to cast Thunderwave in a way that wouldn't catch the other people, like my allies?
Yes, because I'm playing it that you're on her, so therefore, and because you're a small-sized creature, I think you could interpose yourself between her and Mwezi-Mwezi, or between her and Belladonna, and just kind of angle your Thunder Wave at the wall. It will almost certainly damage the wall as well, but you know, who gives a shit?
Yeah, about that. Quick question. Is there a window? And how high up are we?
I would say, this is going to be an odds even luck check. There are windows. Right. You're on ground floor. This is ground floor. So.
Okay. But then I'm not going to bother
okay.
with the window.
Yeah, not going to bother with
I
the
will actually aim at the wall. Okay. Yeah. I was hoping that like we were up high enough that I could Baldur's Gate it, but all right.
Do I have to make a saving throw on this?
Let me see. I think it is. Yeah, it's a saving throw. Con 14.
I believe she's supposed to make it with disadvantage on the sap, or was that only for attacks?
Well, I mean, disadvantage either because of sap or because of the ancestors.
Well, she's not. If she's being attacked, so she's doing a save.
Oh no! It's only on the attack.
Oh, only on attack. Okay, so con saving throw. That's not a terrible saving throw for your purposes, but it is a 21.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
All right.
Pretty high.
Well,
should do half damage, right? Yeah. That was 14 on the damage dice. Okay, so 7 damage. However, everyone here give me a perception or insight roll. Nah, just perception. Just perception. Group perception.
Second.
14.
Does that require concentration?
What, Thunderwave or
what you're asking us to roll?
Oh no.
16 for
16, 22,
23.
All right, so Scratch, you're busy, you're focused, you're doing things. You knew that the wall would be damaged. You see some of the plaster come off of it and everything. No big deal.
Yeah.
The rest of you, with 16 being the next lowest, all see that thunder wave nails into the side of the windmill. And Belladonna, you're kind of broadly confident that, like, that might not be the most structurally sturdy wall. With the two of you that got over 20, any another hit like that wall's coming down. And a quick glance up, this is not a place that can easily exist without a section of wall. It is not a very sturdy meat windmill.
Load-bearing drywall.
Yeah. Load-bearing drywall, load-bearing walls.
Grady house. Oh.
Yeah. And so, shoddy manufacturing here. And
the Witchers, not Masons. Or not Witchers. Yeah, anyway.
They're Witches, not Masons, indeed. They're Witchers. It's so 3 Geralts approach.
Or fucked.
3 Geralts approach, but they all get into a bath together, get fully naked, and just like so.
All right.
Esther, of course, dies. But
yeah, unfortunately.
Imagine them all scowling and making the villager Minecraft sounds.
Haunting.
Unfortunately, I feel like in this case, under rage, I'm actually making a terrible mistake in trying to. My next intention is to try to knock her into the wall again.
Yeah, I mean, that's not necessarily a mistake. Yeah, like
it's good. It's fine.
I'm not going to warn any.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
not gonna warn anyone that's gonna happen. Like,
That's
because
fine.
that's not the focus right now.
But
She has to die.
The person up top is indeed Belladonna. Belladonna, you've got flanking, you've got your bottle. You clock that wall is not very structurally sound, and you've got this pretty dangerous woman who looks pretty fucked up, but not as fucked up as you think someone that's taken the amount of damage she has should be.
Yeah, you'd really think.
You'd think.
You'd really think. But
Oh, wait.
I think
Sorry, real quick. I had a bonus action.
Oh.
I'm gonna use that to give myself 3 temp HP. That's it.
Oh, yes. Do that. Do that with the 20 having been ripped off of you earlier. Okay.
Yeah.
What's Belladonna doing? You smacking, or are you doing something else?
yeah, I think I'm going to hit and run. I'm gonna just get in one final really good conk on the head and start heading towards the nearest exit, especially if I can go past Esther and kind of help usher her through as well, check in on her, see if she's...
You
Because
definitely
last I knew,
can do that.
Esther was clocked on the fucking ground,
Yeah.
not doing good.
Probably.
So yeah, I'm gonna take
Advantage on the attack.
quick melee
Sorry.
attack. 17.
17 just hits.
Yay! Good. Huzzah!
And yeah, do that damage.
Aw, boo! 5 damage.
5 damage. She grunts. I do not like all of this striking of my head and hands and brains. So I want you to just let me kill you quickly. It'll be easier for both of us that way. Yeah.
Again, Belladonna's gonna just ignore the wackadoo nonsense and start heading out and checking on Esther.
All right, so you head out. She is gonna try and make a opportunity attack on you, but she has to make it with disadvantage because you are neither Mwezi-Mwezi or Scratch.
Oh, the one on Scratch is done now,
Okay.
so it's just Mwezi-Mwezi's.
Okay. So what's her basic attack? There it is. So that's gonna miss immediately anyway. Well, what is Belladonna's AC?
12.
That hits. Then I got a 13, and I was like, wait, Belladonna's not durable.
No, Belladonna is not durable or wearing a lot of protective gear.
Belladonna, you take 13 slashing damage, but you're not grappled or anything, so you can still get away. But she gets a hand on you.
She does.
Yeah, she does. She gets a little bit of a hand on you, and she smirks, self-satisfied in her anger. Well,
Okay.
and then
And she's gonna want to make a quick dexterity saving throw.
this is all you want is for them to hit you, so that you
Yep.
can hit them.
Oh, I'm just gonna run away. I'm just gonna hit her and run away.
Dex saving throw. What is the DC?
14.
14. All right. She passes the save with a 14. Yeah. 16, sorry. 16. Does she still take half on Hellish? Feel like he. Maybe.
I think so. Double checking. Usually people. Yeah, half as much. So, let me roll my damage here. That is still going to be 6 damage.
6 damage total or halved?
Total.
Okay.
Or that, I mean, sorry. She is going to take 6 damage after that. That is the half amount.
Yeah, I was like, it felt a
That's
little
her
low
total.
It felt a little low for the rebuke. I know it can do
After the math.
Arena looks at your hellish rebuke on Ophelia as you run away, and it's like, we should have been that gentle when I experienced it.
Do not talk to me.
What? And with that, okay, so that's there. So now I believe it is Mwezi-Mwezi's turn. Yep, Mwezi-Mwezi's turn.
They drop the spear they have been holding, and they rush to essentially tackle her and try to slam her into the wall where it's broken.
Good old-fashioned form, tackle, grapple, / slam. Give me your attack with advantage. Unarmed.
That is a 23.
That absolutely hits. Do your damage, but add 2d6 to it.
Oh, okay. So 15.
15 is a very magical number. Scratch
DC. They do. She does get a save.
Oh, she does.
Yeah, either strength or dex. It would be 14.
That doesn't do it. That's a 13. So she fails the save. Scratch, can I get you to make a dexterity saving throw with advantage? This isn't a very high target. It's mostly for flavor.
18.
18. You are able to kind of get out of the way because you've been kind of like semi-attached to her. As Mwezi-Mwezi get out of the way, allowing Mwezi-Mwezi to really get in on this tackle. And you now clock, as do you, Mwezi-Mwezi, when you shove her into the side of the wall, she doesn't just go in and slam against, she goes through. And you have shoved her through rotten 2x6s, drywall, slat wall, plaster, so plaster, and there is now a gaping hole on that side of the wall, and all of you hear a big crack and see it travel up that side of the building, and know that you do not have a lot of time to get out the way, because that building is going to begin to fall apart pretty quick.
Does that get me out of the building, or just...
You are technically out of the building, but not out of the topple of building area.
Oh, yeah. That's fine.
Yeah, you're technically outside on the, just outside of the building.
So just to be clear, there are now 2 exits from the ground floor?
Yes.
Okay.
There's the front door, which Belladonna was helping Esther to get to, and there is the new side door that Mwezi-Mwezi has created with Ophelia's body. That would be Esther.
I guess I'm just gonna run and use all my movement and then action dash to get to the closest exit.
You clear the exit. You can easily get to the exit on 30 feet. You can get 30 feet from the exit if you action dash. You are very easily able to, especially with Belladonna kind of helping you up and sorting you in that moment. You're very easy to exit.
Cool. And then I will simply, as a bonus action, Scratch, do you still look pretty injured?
I'm at 13 total. 3 of those are temp.
Okay. Would you like a healing word?
How many spell slots do you have left? I have 2 left, and I do have Cure Wounds.
I've got 3 left of my first levels.
Yeah, I definitely could use a healing word if you want to throw that my way.
I will yell over and go, "You've got this, cat. Welcome back." And I will give you a healing word. And you can have 2d4 plus 4, which now it rolls is 9.
Excellent. Thank you.
Did you almost back up to full?
Feeling much better.
Yeah, and that's my turn. I'm out of there.
Arena steadies herself. She moves up from crisscross applesauce and moves into a 3-point sprinting stance, like she's about to launch out of the gate of the track, but she stays on the latch because she knows that they're gonna still try and get out, and she's just gonna hold her action till the very last moment that she has to run, and then just use her action and her movement to bolt 60 feet out. She's pretty confident she can do it, but she is giving the higher DC for the rolls for the other witches to get through the item or through the trapdoor. So that puts it on. Okay, so the hag is now under Mwezi-Mwezi.
Under Mwezi-Mwezi?
Yeah, because Mwezi-Mwezi sort of form tackled them out the door. I assume
right.
they're
Okay.
prone. They're either under Mwezi-Mwezi in the way that Mwezi-Mwezi is pinning them, or under Mwezi-Mwezi in the way that they're prone in front of Mwezi-Mwezi. But they are on the ground, and so
I'll take the prone. The prone condition's good.
don't think she has anything. She's not. What is this? Nope, can't do that. All right, Mwezi-Mwezi. She, in trying to get you off of her, is able to wriggle out a small straw. She shoves it up one of her nostrils, closes the other, and starts shooting snot at you right into your face. Or mucus magic. This is a magic missile.
Mm-hmm.
So these all hit, and she does it at a level 4 magic missile. So
Jesus.
that is 23 damage. Magic missile does... What kind of damage does magic missile? Force damage, so it is magical. I don't know if you can half it, but it's 23 damage.
Let me check that.
So she's at least level 7. If she's casting level 4 spells.
Does force count as bludgeoning, piercing, or slashing?
No.
Okay,
It's
just making
the
sure.
same thing. So 23 full damage. She can't... I guess she can make a strength saving throw to try and get out of your grapple, maybe, but you'd have to use an action for that. And so she just sits there, and she goes, "You so mad you're going to stay here and let the building fall on you too?"
No response.
And this time, I think I would love it to be Betty Buzzsaw. Betty Buzzsaw, roll me a d20. Please don't roll a 19 or a 20.
Just a random 20 here. Let me see what I can do for you.
You're rolling on behalf of the witches in the basement.
Every day of my life, I'm rolling on behalf of the witches in the basement.
That is accurate. That feels accurate.
4.
Amazing. And not that they've gotten close to it, but Arena feels very satisfied that she has helped keep these witches, these other 2 witches, out of this mix. And she is waiting, eyes on you, Scratch. Scratch, what is your next action?
So right now, Esther's the only one out, right?
Esther's out. Belladonna's pretty much out. Like, Belladonna will be able to not take damage. Mwezi-Mwezi needs to do something on the next turn to avoid getting hit. And
I'm with Mwezi-Mwezi.
And you're with Mwezi-Mwezi. You could easily get 30 feet out and everything. You do have to move.
Is 30 feet how far I have to move?
You don't have to move 30 feet. That's just normal movement speed. I was just using 30 feet. If you get,
how far do we have to move to get out?
You need to be. There needs to be 10 feet between you and the building, so you need to get to 15 feet away.
That should be easy enough.
You will if you go out this way, though. If you go out this way, you will take an attack of opportunity, or you are in line to take an attack of opportunity. You can't like move. She can reach for your feet, basically.
That makes sense.
She'll be doing it at a disadvantage because she's grappled.
Yeah. Do I get advantage on any melee attack on her?
Yeah, she's down and prone. You get advantage on melee attack.
In that case, I'm gonna hit her with a shocking grasp, and that is an 18 to hit.
That hits. One above her AC.
Oh, thank God. And that is 3 damage, and she can't take reactions until
very
the start of her next turn.
Very good. Love that.
And so at that, Scratch, so Mwezi-Mwezi's still in rage, right?
Yeah, I think so. Mwezi-Mwezi's in rage, right? Kimmy?
Oh, yeah. I am. Sorry, I missed. I thought you said in range.
Oh, no. Yeah. Okay, so Scratch, basically, hits him on the shoulder because she's, trying to break through to him, but she's not, trying to hurt him or anything, but she, gives him a real solid, hit on the shoulder. It's like, hey, follow me! And then she, runs in the opposite direction. I'll say full movement.
Full movement, full 30. All right, you will be able to do that on your next round. As we turn over to the top of the round, the building begins to shift like a ship breaking apart. Just the seam comes up one side, goes through a roof, down the other side, and everything. The windmill, the actual blades themselves, are beginning to shake and will soon dislodge from this place. Belladonna, it is your turn. I'm just gonna let you all know, Belladonna, Mwezi-Mwezi, and Esther all have a turn here, as does Arena. But the building will come down before the hag goes.
Love that for her.
DC are on initiative order 10, and all of my witches got 5s. So yeah, Belladonna, do you do anything else here other than get yourself into safety?
No, I think that's about it. Just kind of stand back and clean myself up because she's not doing too hot.
Yeah, you took some. You got some blood seeping into them clothes. She clawed you a little bit.
Yeah.
You were not doing hot, Belladonna.
I took 2 really solid hits.
You did. So hurting, but safe distance. Mwezi-Mwezi, it is your go. Scratch having just tapped you on the shoulder.
They are just going to growl and bark at her a couple of times, just in a useless display of dominance, and then run to follow Scratch.
Can't take a reaction. Shocking Grass took that away. So you push off of Ophelia's body, and in the brief time for recovery, she will not be able to recover in time. Esther, is there any action you take here? muted.
I'm going to give normal cure wounds to Belladonna as we're standing next to each other, in the sense of like smoothing out your hair and like fixing up your like outfit a little bit, like very like grandmotherly. And you get 12 hit points
Yay. Back. Thank you.
Yes, of course. And that's it. That's my turn. Well, I guess if I'm 30 feet exactly at the door, I'll go like 10 feet out to...
Yeah, you get yourself to a safe.
Details.
You got the movement. Arena bolts out now that everyone else is out, making a judgment call to try and escape. Is able to go through the nearer exit, and is able nearer exit with no concern of an attack of opportunity on her, and makes out to safety as well. All of you watch this building collapse so very quickly, because for us it takes some time, but essentially 12 seconds have passed, maybe 15 seconds, and this building was waiting to come down.
Just needed an excuse.
Crumbling down and internally. No dex checks, no dex saves necessary, no nothing. As you see this all this like former stone and debris and beds and windmill like construction falling down. Can I have well, let me make sure it's the same.
I love the music adding a level of tension as you check on things.
Yeah, right. There are 4 of you.
Oh, God.
Can I get each of you to roll me 5d6?
I don't know that I like that.
No, you like this. You'll like this. It's a good thing.
Yeah, this will be good.
Okay.
This is a good
I
thing.
can tell.
I'm not punishing you. You're I'm letting you roll the
We all
never
take that
know.
much
Listen. When I'm punishing you, I
said
will make sure I have.
5d6?
Yep. I will make sure it's clearly communicated.
18.
15.
Okay.
19.
I love how all of Esther's dice just bunched in a corner.
Okay, so 18 and 16 and 19 and no. Well, enough. Well enough. So there is a situation where if you had not done enough damage to this witch, and she had that amount of hit points left, she would have been able to survive this. But fortunately, you all laid in super aggressively to her. And so you watch these stones tumble down on her. Somehow, in her struggle, she managed to turn around a little bit, like she was getting up off the ground. And so when the dust settles and clears, you see 2 feet sticking out, which of course curl up as they die. Because of course they do.
Excellent.
It's the same IRL. That's great.
So as soon as like she dies, Mwezi-Mwezi snaps out of rage and picks up Scratch. Sister Scratch! Just alive and happy to see her.
Wuzzy!
We
After the
were so
children
worried. We were so worried about you.
I was out for most of it, but I was worried right near the end from when the children of the corn were taking me in. Sorry, that's a little play from back in the fold.
Sounds like it, right? So
I'll tell you all the story someday.
Esther and Belladonna, Arcana or Perception, your choice. Both of you roll this. Scratch, roll d20 for me. Let me know.
Right.
Just a flat d20.
4.
Okay.
12 Arcana.
5 perception.
Oof. It's tough times.
Belladonna is
tough times.
finding Belladonna as a witch who also lives in a rickety house is really having a hard time processing this. This was really shocking to see.
Oh, sorry. What did you ask for?
Mwezi-Mwezi roll perception as well. Scratch, I'm not going to have you roll perception on this. You're kind of my safety net on it.
Okay.
20.
20. Mwezi-Mwezi.
Dirty.
You see a number of the people that had been working in the kind of field, I guess, the yard out and around this, the property out and around this. And you watch as they transition, and about a third of them start blinking and then looking around, suddenly much more in their minds than they were, and then start wailing / screaming / running away. The other
That's-
two-thirds.
Scamper, be free. Free.
I mean,
Goodbye.
who can blame them?
The other two-thirds are still going about their business as if nothing strange is going on. With the 4 on the die, Scratch, you can hear under all that rubble just a light amount of thudding, like you can just hear it, and maybe 2 currently buried witches yelling, trying to get out of a basement that's now buried under the wreckage of a meat windmill.
So Scratch is looking over in that direction and just kind of then nods to herself thoughtfully, and she's like, "Hey, does anybody know the spell Create Water?"
I don't know if they know it.
Yeah.
No druids
I
in
don't-
this group.
Nobody really.
They are in basement, yes. This is marshy.
Yeah.
This is all very wet land. We could probably you thinking of drowning them in the basement?
Yeah.
We could flood basement without
Yeah.
magic.
Okay.
It would just be a lot of hard work, would be slow. We would have to like listen to them like the whole time.
Yeah. We don't have the time for that. Well, it was just a thought.
Can we set it on fire?
Oh, yes.
Anybody got fire spells?
The fire will suck all the oxygen out of the basement. Perfect.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, we don't even need spells. We could just set it on fire.
Yeah, but I mean,
So right.
the Scratch immediately like casts Firebolt.
Why solve practically what you can solve with magic?
It's a cantrip. I could do this all day.
Yeah, exactly. It's your Zippo line.
Firebolt. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and I'll prestidigitate like stuff like debris into a. We'll make it a fire. We can
yeah.
bonfire the rubble. and-
Okay. I would like Scratch. I would like all of you to give me an Arcana check with advantage.
All right. By the way, one of my favorite things is whenever we've done something and you're just like, you're thinking and you're like, okay, I would like. You're like trying to decide, what do we have them do?
I would appreciate if.
Natural 20.
Ooh, natural 20.
Also natural 20.
2 nat 20s.
A barbarian gets an Arcana check.
You got a little magic to you and your ancestry. You're fine.
I know it's just there's details that elude. Magic exists. I've interacted with it. It's weird.
That was an animal handling check.
not Arcana.
And
Okay.
10.
10. I got 10.
10 Arcana, 13 Arcana, 2 Nat 20s Arcana.
Wow.
You, on like as a group, definitely succeed with 2 Nat 20s. In the way that, of course, you can light a fire. But you also want to make sure that the fire sucks the oxygen out of the room and cannot be survived in any way, shape, or form.
Mhm.
So you immolate this place to such a degree that the fire is burning high and dark with smoke. You never did make it to the top floor. You never did make it down to the basement. You don't know if there's anyone else in that building.
Literally, as you're describing the giant pyre, it occurs to me, and therefore occurs to Scratch in that moment. Was I the only one in there?
And you don't know.
Almost certainly not.
You don't know, and you look around and you're like you look around and you're like the condition these people are in. They would be the type that if the building came falling down, they'd make no noise. But they just like let it happen. But how long do you stick around to see if the flames, if you have successfully killed the women in the basement?
When you say it that way,
How long
I'm
do
gonna
we
watch the
stand
whole
there?
time.
Right? Yeah, just
Yeah, I'm
gazing into the
going with the
flame.
group on this one. I'm willing to stay there the whole time just to make sure, and maybe that means the rest of the kids will be free.
Give me a. Who hasn't rolled a random roll? Sunfire, give me a D4 roll, please.
2.
2 hours go by, and this puppy does not stop burning. If you could mulch this building and turn it into compressed logs to sell to start fires and fireplaces, you'd have a business. Because these burn for a long time, but eventually you are greeted with the alarm that those witches simply must be dead by the fact that suddenly the other 2/3 of the people start crying, screaming, and running away. Running away.
Job well done.
Just fully out. No particular clear direction or survival mechanism to any of them. They just need to get away.
And I'm just going to say at this point, when my sister warned me, always be careful of the witches. They're very dangerous and very deadly. And there you go.
Yeah. Thanks for the heads up. Yeah, I'll talk about what happened later. It's not important right now.
Mm-hmm.
Scratch is still like staring at the fire. The embers, or whatever it is now. Yeah, it's like there's a part of her that like kind of wants to like
Camp.
yeah, camp. Just make sure then like poke it and get a visual.
Well, it's about noon on the day, because the day got started early. I know in Barovia everything happens at night, but this is midday, which might be good, because if night creatures were out and about, that big old beacon fire would attract some of them. But since it's daytime, it's about noon. What do you guys do? When do you get back on the road? Do you hang out to make sure? Like, it'll be another couple hours before you're pretty confident, and to like not only for it to fully cool down enough for you to move things, but also for you to move enough debris to doubly check, if you do want to doubly check, if those witches are dead and buried.
Don't want to move any debris. If they do still happen to be alive, we should just let them be.
Yes, let us
we got the kids free.
leave them there with time to ruminate on horrible grudge against us for murdering their sister and destroying their home.
Yeah, it'll be fine.
Yeah.
No, like I was gonna say almost exactly the same thing. You know, give them some time to think about what they did. Maybe they'll think twice next time they see us. But you know, who knows? Maybe they throw
He's
themselves at us
also
screaming.
like, ugh, I'm hungry. Like, we did not really finish eating breakfast. We go out to look for you. And I'm not, I
Yeah.
mean, so like,
Have a meal.
sandwiches?
Yeah. Sandwiches, a little drink, and then we'll continue on.
Yep.
Yeah.
Cool.
Esther pulls out a bag of marshmallows to roast on the embers of the dead witches.
One for you. One for you.
Heroic.
All right. You sit there. In a way, quite heroic. You just rescued a bunch of people. You don't know exactly what was going on with them, but you know it wasn't good. Whatever was happening was bad. You know that they weren't being cooked into the pies.
Okay.
So that is something. Yeah. Well, in the last session, they triply confirmed those pies did not contain, humanoid meat.
They have this whole donkey loophole where the boys turn into donkeys and then they turn the donkeys into hot dogs.
Donkeys is really tasty.
Pig in a blanket.
Donkeys are hard to catch.
Mule in a muffaletta. Yeah, you have your little lunch. You're able to retain or recollect and organize your supplies back for travel. You've still got a good few hours on the road before it starts getting into sunset time for it, so you can make some progress to Valaki on your journey. You won't quite get there unless you travel into the night. But you do roughly know from the map that your choices are basically, you could either go toward Valaki, get to Valaki, or go toward Valaki, camp before you get there, and get there early in the next morning, like before noon, or get there sometime between 10 and midnight tonight.
I'm most likely thinking we can't not trying to get back to the town, but camping and then getting there early.
Yeah, we can't really.
Would it be
afford
safer?
Yeah. Huh?
Would it be safer to camp closer to Valaki, or to get there super late and then camp, so we're not just solo camping in the Barovian woods?
That's kind of what I was
Camping
thinking.
in the Barovian
Okay.
woods is safer than traveling in the Barovian woods in the middle of the night. Typically, that's just.
Yeah.
Okay. In that case, yeah. Let's camp here and then get there early.
All right. You travel for a few more hours with no particular incident or change. You are now Belladonna, you're pretty sure you're about 2 to 3 more hours, you're about 3 to 4 more hours out from Valaki, so it shouldn't be too long of a traversal to get there in the morning. You find a grove kind of off to the side. You're now kind of branching up to the kind of this kind of northern offshoot of Svalak Road, kind of approaching Valaki from the east. Belladonna, you've been there before. You know that there's a gatehouse facing you all that you'll eventually run into to be led into the city. I would love for you all to decide your pecking order for camp down for the night, and to tell me then also what does the evening's campfire chatter seem like?
I think Belladonna will take first watch like she usually does.
Gretch will take whatever. She's down with anything. Last watch.
Last.
Yeah, I think I think Esther usually takes second watch. I don't
Oh,
remember.
no, I think I was confused. I usually take last watch.
Ah.
And Esther takes first watch. We end cap it.
Right.
I'll take second.
Third.
Okay.
Who's the last place?
I'm gonna need first watch, perception check, or survival check. Either would work.
21 perception.
Everything for the first watch seems pretty normal. Nothing approaches. Your eyes glance at a few things that seem like they might be trouble, but they don't ever get close enough. You see some shapes in the kind of growing shadows of the night and growing darkness of the night, but they stay pretty much to the kind of woods off to the sides of the roads. You're getting to the point where there's mountains kind of to the south of Valaki, and then a big mountain range to the north of Valaki. So you're getting into what will be a bit of a valley. But for now, it seems relatively good. Second watch, perception check, please, or survival, either or.
That is a 5 on perception.
All right, I'm gonna need you to roll me a d20 and do not get a 1 through 5.
All right. 18.
Whether or not Scratch capably did it or not, nothing happened while they were on watch. It seems fine.
Just Mr. Beaned her way through her watch.
Mwezi-Mwezi, I believe your third watch, so perception or survival.
14 for survival.
14 works. Mwezi-Mwezi, you hear kind of back from where you came. Eventually howling comes up, but like hours away. It's carrying on the wind. It's ever so quiet, but you suspect that if there are any bodies in that pile, they're about to be scavenged.
Cool.
But
Good. I'm glad they're getting the hunt.
Hell yeah. Circle of
And
life.
finally, Belladonna, perception or survival, DC 15 for this one.
Nat 20 survival for a 24.
Hell yeah.
When you consider this is the internet doesn't know this, the other players don't know this because I was having so many upload troubles from the week that I had at work and then just was distracted. This is the first time Belladonna's been back to Valaki in a little bit. Last time wasn't super chill. How you feeling knowing that you're about to go to a place that the last time kicked off something real tough?
Well, I think similar to the last time, she's a little worried, but mostly very, very determined, and because it's the same thing. She's here ostensibly for the same reason.
Yeah.
So it's not the first time she's had to do this.
The same grim loop. This is the nature of Barovia. You don't get to make the smart choice. You always have to do the same thing over and over again because there's only one way, and it's through. Nothing happens on your watch. No little creepies come up in the dawn. No zombified young people. As the rest of your group, there's no gaggle of youths looking to Children of the Cornu or whatever Scratch.
Children of the corn.
They just immediately Lords of the Fly themselves, like in the woods. Or something.
We're our own roaming band of madness now.
Guys, you were literally like 30 minutes outside of town. Stefan, your father lives over there. I can see his house from here.
He's on the porch. He's drinking lemonade. We are of the woods now.
Yep, that's my boy.
So, the lot of you have a relatively peaceful and easy night of sleep before you wake up to an uneventful dawn. Belladonna reporting in that nothing happened, which of course nothing happened. Otherwise, you would have probably noticed. Been woken up unless another silence spell comes upon you. However, the dawn breaks and it starts raining as you approach. I think I've got a rain background. Come on. Where are we? As you make your way up toward the camp. Do I have a rain background? I have kind of a rain background. It'll be a little noisy. It'll make sense once we get to the city. On your journey north, or I guess west at this point, as you dip a little bit more into this valley of mountains, you see in the distance a trail of pikes shoved on either side of Old Swallich Road. Each pike adorned with a head of a decapitated wolf, all of different ages. Some have been up there for days, others weeks, others months. Skulls litter the base of these pikes. It's an hour out walking from Valaki at this point, you judge by the city walls in the distance. And this adornment on either side of the street looks like it might be hundreds of dead wolves, either in skull form or fresher, impaled as a sort of welcome mat to the town of Valaki. This was not here the last time you were in Valaki, Belladonna. You do not know what this is new. This is a new adornment. So that means that if some of those skulls are skulls, they're maybe a year old at most. But yeah, as you trudge in the rain toward your destination.
Okay, well, just like update this whole new vibe. The wolf skull thing, not familiar with what is going on here. This is news to me. I have not even heard word about it here in the city of Borovia.
Interesting.
No fucking idea. It's kind of full on.
Can you tell if those are regular wolves or werewolves?
Can I tell?
Yeah,
Like survival?
So
yeah.
Yeah,
you all can roll dice about it if you want to try and figure out if they're regular wolves or werewolves.
Yeah, Belladonna would be interested in discerning if they were werewolves or if they looked like Strahd's fancy dire wolves, if there's any distinguishing characteristics of those fuckers.
16.
I got 17 on survival.
17 on survival. What was your 16 on Mwezi-Mwezi? Survival.
And I got a adjusted 20 for perception.
And Esther.
Is there any way I could roll for something else to see if there's been like a noticeable gossip about like the lack of like wolves around Barovia? Like this seems like a lot of wolves to have killed. This is just like been like passive news. She loves gossip.
Yeah, roll a history check, I think, is the only other thing. Or maybe if you can pitch a different skill, you're welcome to roll it, but you have to pitch it.
History is fine for me. 18.
18. I think in passing, in one of the locations you were in Barovia, you saw some sort of a couple flyers that caught your eye, Esther, that talked about jobs in Valaki for hunting wolves. You didn't hear any gossip in the village of Barovia about it. Barovia is not a very gossipy place. The village, that is.
Unfortunately.
But you did see something that, and at the time you didn't know the name of the place you were going to, but you might, with an 18, have recognized Valaki, and specifically someone that had a baron as a title. Money for wildlife control of the most extreme sort. With the 16 and 17 survivals, to understand this, it is hard to discern a werewolf from a regular wolf, especially if those werewolves can go into full anthropomorphic wolf form, which it is split in Barovia over whether that's the case. A lot of people are adamant that yes, they can. A lot of people are adamant that like no, they're the anthropomorphic. They're the monster form, not the full wolf form. So it's hard to tell. But I think with Mwezi-Mwezi, you fight with a spear.
Yes.
So you're used to a stabbing, like a piercing item.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, you, as anyone in your tribe would know, that if you're hunting a creature that is on all fours and you stab into its head, you're probably going to stab directly into its mouth or downward. And I think some of these to you in Scratch do look like they've been stabbed upward. So it means that the head would have been above. Maybe one of those might have been someone prone, might have been a happenstance, the wolf jumped. A handful of them are like that.
Yeah, so it's a pair. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna.
Go ahead.
Forgive me, ancestors, and then go to human form. I'm not a fool.
Cool. Scratch like looks like she was about to open her mouth to say something as she turns to Mwezi-Mwezi, but then she sees him go into human form, and then she just like turns back. I was about to say like you should do that.
Yeah, oh yeah, great minds moment. Belladonna, with your 20 perception, I think it's enough. You start clocking it almost immediately, because in your mind, you're like, all right, I see wolves and I see werewolves. Do I see those dire wolves, those Strahd-controlled wolves? And I would say with a 20 perception, you do not. None of these appear to be Strahd's wolves.
Like, specifically, like, none of them.
Not a single one. Like, you're in that 99% sure category. You look at the skulls that are exposed. You look at the ones that are, still piked up. You're not seeing them.
Even then, enough that if one was there, it could be there easily because it was as mistaken as I was for any other kind of wolf, since it's skating by there.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
Good catch. Good catch on that. That's a good little bit of pocketable information. None of Strahd's wolves are here.
That gives us a pretty big fucking hint to why, from whence.
You all make your
or
way.
Something.
Oh, go on.
Nothing.
What? You good?
I said nothing. Sorry. The
Uh-oh.
lag. I'm catching up.
You all make your way further down toward the village of Valaki. Woods recede. This burg surrounded by a wooden palisade, but not Mwezi-Mwezi, Esther, and Scratch. When you're used to seeing wooden fortresses, a lot of wooden walled places are made with timber that is local and current, which means that it is tall, pine tree tall, right? Like, you know, you can do like 15-foot walls, and thick as trees. But, you know, the growth that's around.
Yeah.
The 30 feet of dense, stony height of this old growth wall that surrounds Valaki is taking some of the deepest and oldest parts of the forest to protect themselves. This is more durable than arguably if you had masoned a stone wall together.
Very nice.
You approach gates. Iron, sturdy, not rusty. Rain coming down. You can see behind the gates, beyond the gates, beyond the portcullis there, you can see a city spans out with covered oil lamps and streets. Even as you approach, the dirt gives way to cobbled stone. As you arrive to the biggest city in Barovia, in front of the gates are 2 guards, both currently in essentially draped ponchos over their tabarded mail, and both with pikes in hand, and not quite tower shields, but tall shields on the side, armed and well protected, standing at the front of the gates. And the portcullis is closed, which is also new for the town of Valaki. In the morning, this would be open. In the daytime, this would be open normally, even on a rainy day, kind of gray day like this. It's like 10 a.m. And so you see these 2 guards. With their long pikes. And do you approach you're obviously on the way, they spot you, you spot them. Do you approach them immediately? Do you take a pause or a beat?
Unless
I think
they
we just
like,
approach immediately.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't feel like I would hesitate unless
unless they
anybody
like
else did.
lower their pikes at us or something. We'll
Yeah.
just approach.
Mhm.
You want to enter the city?
One of the guards looks up at you, a kind of a shorter, lankier build of a man. A lot of neck, too much Adam's apple, right? That sort of a look of a person. Don Knotts-ish, if you will. Looks up and it's like, state your business in Valaki.
I forget
Plentiful and mysterious.
Well, that's certainly a funny and typical Barovian response, but I'm gonna need something a little bit more specific than that if I'm to grant you entry.
I'm here to sell meat, as I always am, Bernie. I'm always here to sell the meat.
I know you're always.
You
I gotta put it in the
You always
paperwork.
want to do the little back and forth,
I
game,
got a
and then
job
you
to
make
do.
fun of me
They've been
for wanting to do little bit about it.
All right. So all these are with you, and you're under your own accord. Is that correct?
Yes.
All right. Well,
Yeah.
did you just meow? Is that the biggest house cat I've ever seen, and you've dressed it in a cute little armored outfit?
Yes, I have. It is just cat, but I have taught it to hop around on hind legs. It is very convincing, is it not?
Licking her armor.
I'm getting strange feelings about this cat.
See, it is disgusting, Bernie. Please let us through.
Beggars can't be choosers, Belladonna. All right. Open the gates. And you can hear the portcullis kind of bit drawn up as the gate gets pulled by heavy ropes creaking into a high enough position, but not very high. Instead of going up, you suspect these could go up like 15, 20 feet of the 30 feet. They go up to about 8 feet or so before they're about to lower back down. They're not fucking around and keeping these bad boys open.
Yeah, I'm not a 10 foot. I'm not a 15 foot, let alone a 10 foot. No, not that kind of guest.
And they're like, after you.
The fucking king.
Always sucks to pull gate duty.
Ain't that right? Gotta stand out here in the rain instead of being able to patrol the city, eat some afternoon snacks. It's terrible.
Behind the portcullis? Yeah, exactly. Oh, see you later.
Wait, you're talking. What?
I'm gonna give Scratch a high five.
but the other guard who's just been silent this time just like puts his shoulder or puts his hand on Bernie's shoulder. No, nah, Bernie. Nah, we're not getting distracted with this today. Not another time. And Bernie's like, it's a talking cat. That means that I can talk it up. Nope. You're just gonna shut up, Bernie, and you're gonna guard the gate with me.
Spin off. Spin off.
So far,
Belladonna dies. I'm gonna play Bernie.
Yeah, right.
So you gotta play. So far, Scratch has been hit on by a Steve Buscemi looking man and a Don Knotts looking man. There's a type that is drawn to Scratch, and it is
Got all these drawings.
There's a type that's attracted to Scratch, and it is very particular, and they all have a rubbery gaze. The portcullis slams beside you, or behind you. Everything is closed again, and you smell the delicious smells. This is familiar to you, Belladonna. The delicious smells of street food. Yeah, it's raining, and there are, awnings covering in canvas, rolling rain to keep it off of merchandise. There is a market square somewhere that can, of course, be enjoyed. What is nearest the eastern gate? Let me remind myself. You can hear music a little bit, like someone's got a squeeze box off in the distance. And I can't believe this is happening. You are on the eastern side of Valaki. There is several sheds and a large warehouse listed as the Airsex Stockyard. Not that interesting. A lot of storage, probably some crates, things. You can see some people, loading in some things from some wagons, but kind of parked off to the side of that stockyard is a covered wagon in bright rivalry of white and red carnival colors called the Carnival of Wonders, specifically Rictavio's Carnival of Wonders, with a wooden door on it secured by a heavy padlock. And you see a carnival wagon for the second time in a carnival related thing for the second time in the last few days.
Is this the same carnival?
Hard to tell. The carnival you went to just had the word carnival on it.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
This one specifically says Rictavio's Carnival of Wonders.
Well, we just need to see if the bed smells like cat piss and the pillow's whispering every 6 seconds.
That is what you left it off.
Yeah, I mean, I'm also intrigued.
It seems like the stockyard has a general store kind of attached to an outcropping from the big main building, sort of like there's like a front of house kind of general store there, and it's just RSEC general, RSEC general, and there's people going in and out to shop there, and you immediately clock various skewers of meat, you clock people, and in contrast to the village of Barovia, which was pretty desolate, this place is full. The houses seem occupied. The streets have people wandering them. I wouldn't say it has the exact tenor of like a normal lively city, but degrees, like echelons of difference from anywhere you've been to so far here. This would be like a winter's, like a rainy fall days level of energy, which in Barovia is peak summer maypole fair, or peak spring maypole fair, by comparison. But yeah, you even see that some of the shops, some of the kiosks have bottles of mead that they are selling from a meadery that they had bought in wholesale, so that they could have those options there. You're in there. Arena behind you steps up, lightly scares Esther for reminding Esther that Arena is with you. Puts her hand on your shoulder. We have come to Valaki. I am enthusiastic, I guess, to be here.
You look it.
Yes, I mean, I'm normally I'm at the 5. I'm at the solid 7, maybe 7.5 out of 10. So,
You're positively exuberant.
Yep, you can see the energy glowing from me. All right, welcome to Valaki. I am supposed to go to the St. Angel's Church here. That is why I am been traveling with you, but you have much more of a journey to accomplish. However, I do not know exactly what it is beyond this. Do you, Belladonna? Do you know what adventurers do in Valaki? I mean, they all kind of go through Valaki usually, but do you know what they do here?
Not even the foggiest idea. That is sort of, I was just going to like play it by ear. The adventurers show up here and then things happen. Usually they end up dead, but I plan on seeing what the options are and then not doing the one that I think will make us dead instead of win the fight against the evil man.
Yes.
Who we have all come together to defeat.
The honor given to us.
Which I think, honestly, is really solid plan.
It's buttoned up. It is a buttoned up plan. No holes in the thread on this plan. Well,
It's clean, simple.
I would like to be in hallowed ground again, so that I am no longer under threat of gentleman collar. So I'm going to church, but you all are welcome to wander around. I'll be at St. Andals. I'll be at what?
Andals?
Andros.
No, I just as play. Yeah, okay.
Andros. No, not angels. Saint Angels? That seems over the top. Like, you are angel and saint? Like, that seems like taking a title below your station as an angel. Like, you're like, oh, I'm also a saint, though. And it's like, oh, cool. So this general manager was also a cashier. Like, no one's like general manager and cashier. Saint Andros. And then someone walking by is like, just overhears and leans in. It's pronounced Saint Andros.
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 I just keep hearing angels.
But and Arena doesn't really wait too long for any of you. It's like like if you join Arena, she's not going to stop you, but she doesn't assume that you want to like hit up the town and be like, where do we go first? Church. Church seems cool. And so
I'm leaning to like finding lodging.
Yeah. Lodging, food, and Scratch is interested in seeing what kind of armories might be selling their wares in the area.
There are many armories, and there is much lodging, and there is copious amounts of food here. As you push into the city, you see little bit of information, little flyers everywhere of something that Esther specifically would recognize, because you recognize a version of a holy symbol you yourself wear. A beautiful blazing sun. Because flyers say, oh look, you're 3 days out from the festival of the blazing sun. And it looks like it's going to be quite the shindig.
Oh, well, we have to go. I could show them so many things, and it'll be so fun. I'll find some people. This is why I'm supposed to be here.
It does not sound like a terrible plan.
Maybe this is the adventuring thing.
I cannot see how fostering community of worshippers of forgotten sun god wouldn't help us on a big quest to kill horrible nightmare vampire man.
Scratch raises a paw. Yeah, about the festival. Asking you as our local, would such a festival normally be public and apparently sanctioned like this, like allowed to exist? If it is what we're thinking it is, you know?
Well, I mean, in the loose way that anything we do is, like, it is open secret, not even secret, that adventurers come here on this pilgrimage specifically to try to, it's like everyday sort of thing.
Okay.
Rise and fall of like quiet rebellions and larger upheavals of society, and then we are crushed back down. Cycles. It's a big thing.
Okay. Yeah, let's check it out.
Scratch, roll. No roll necessary, Scratch.
Okay.
What Belladonna has just described to you as a person that's been a mercenary, that's fought in various locales for various people.
Mhm.
Not that you weren't aware of like how bad things are in Barovia already. When the seat of power simply couldn't care less about attempts at rebellion.
Gotcha.
The level of confidence that there is no path to anything becoming better is high. And some naive people, or maybe not so naive, but like cautiously thoughtful people, would look at that and be like, well, that's an opportunity over confidence. But in your experience, that's a power imbalance that is a sheer mountain cliff on a sleeting day with no climbing gear to climb up to be able to overcome.
Yeah, they aren't the ones that are gonna swing the balance of power in this realm. Okay, cool.
In the distance, Scratch, you see a sign that you recognize.
Mm-hmm.
You recognize it not from Barovia, but from the fold. It is a salmon, and under the sign, it says fresh mountain fish. Defrosted today. And
mountain fish!
With that,
Scratch explains that.
With that, that will be the end of this session of Curse of Strahd. Good job, guys. The true end of this session is me letting you know, hey, that was a CR Infinity battle that you all were in. That was a very bad place for you to be in. You should not have survived it. If all three witches had been in that, you would not have survived it. It would have taken 2 more rounds of the amount of damage you were doing assuming all of you successfully hit, to drop the witch without the building to do it. And so with that, you all can level up. You all gain a level because you have killed the Hag's Coven of Barovia. There will no longer be dream pastries.
That's so funny because when we were enacting that plan, I don't know if you even saw in chat, but I kind of like joked. I was like, so we're killing like 3 level 7+ witches. Do we get a level out of this? But just kind of like
normal,
like,
normal.
Yeah.
No, you get a level up. I was expecting to have to pull some real story ass fuck shit to be like, well, maybe they don't kill you. Maybe they like try to cook you and you got to figure out a way out or something like that, or need you for parts or something. But but no. Witches be dead. So you all get to level up before anything pops off in Valaki, which is probably for the best. I can't remember what level you are at now, but you're 1 level higher.
Yeah, I think that brings us to 4. Yeah, we get our feats.
Yep.
Oh shit.
Yeah, so feats, ability modifiers, things like that. You can feel free to discuss your levels, do your hit point increases, all that good stuff, and we'll kind of let the in-game reveal like the little tricks that you have selected and everything. But yeah, welcome to Valaki. The friendliest neighborhood in all of Barovia that's lined with the dead heads of various wolves and werewolves, and is super chill with its closed gates and fuck yous to the administration. Very wonderful. If people want to find you on the internet, Triple Aaron, where can they find you?
You can find me on YouTube at Triple Aaron.
Where can they find you, Kimmy?
You can find me at Chimerror.blacksky.app or Chimerror@beach.city.
And Sunfye.
Find me at Sunfire D&D on TikTok.
And where can people find you, Betty Buzzsaw?
You can find me in the basement rolling with my witches.
Mm-hmm. That's true. And you can find me here at Dying of Exposure and across various social medias. Keep an eye out for a bonus episode on the YouTube that is Belladonna focused because we recorded it. I'm going to post it, even though the reason I pre-recorded it is no longer as necessary. I still liked it. And it makes me very sad. And And
Wait, I just zoned back in. Was I the only one who did one?
I thought I was told I would have decent internet at the place we were at for a week while I was working. We did not. And so I couldn't even upload that episode. It took forever to upload the last episode. I couldn't get that thing to go anywhere. So you were the only one, but the next one will either be Scratch or Mwezi-Mwezi, because we will do a few more of these while we're in this earlier section of campaign.
Nice.
Excited.
But until next time, may all of your witches be killed by terrible architecture and construction. If they're evil. If they're good or like neutral or even just mischievous, leave them alone. But if they're somehow controlling a bunch of young people and making them do something that somehow makes magic pies against their will, which we never found out how they do that.
No. Later.
I'm sure one of those youths is a part of the new Lord of the Flies group, fucking 30 minutes south of Valaki.
I can't wait to run into a tribe of these escaped children and they've all started worshiping sativa.
That would be very funny if I had them run into sativa.
I would love this. A village of feral stoner children. Yeah. I like this.
I love this entry into the Barovia canon.
Back in the day, that was Portland. Back in the day.
That's how Portland was founded.
If only that's how Portland was founded. And with that, see you all next week. Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.